Hey, welcome back. This is Matt from Florida Boy RV Travels, and today we're going to talk about one of the most important systems in your RV, and that is the air conditioner system. You know, some RVs have one AC system, some have two, some have three, but they all work generally the same. They're all one sealed unit, and they're located usually on the roof of your RV. And it's important to know that RV air conditioners, while they're made to run and run and run continuously, what they do is they don't exactly make cool air. What they're designed to do is they're designed to remove heat and humidity from the air, and the byproduct of that is cool air. Think about it. If you take warm air out, the air will cool down in your RV. So the most that they can do is about a 16 to 20 degree temperature differential. So they remove, if the inside of your RV or your coach is 100 degrees, you know, they're going to take out that, it's going to take out that 100 degree air and the humidity, and it's going to return about 80 to 84 degree air in turn. So right now we're going to go through some tips and tricks to help make your RV air conditioner run more efficiently and help keep you cool during those hot summer months. So let's go with tip number one. Okay, here's tip number one. We're not going to allow our coach to heat up during the day. We want to keep it cool. Think about it. If you get up in the morning, you get the wife and the kids ready, and you guys go out to the parks and you go out to the pool and everything else, what's your first inclination? Your first inclination is to turn that air conditioner off because you think, wow, I don't want to let the air conditioner run all day. It's going to run and run and run and run. It's going to be really hard on it. That's exactly the opposite way of thinking. What you're going to do is when you go out playing around all day and you have your air conditioner off, your inside of your coach is going to heat up. So you're going to come back and the inside of your RV is going to be 100 degrees. You turn that air conditioner on and it's got to pull all of that heat that's built up out of the inside of your RV. It's got to pull it out of the carpet. It's got to pull it out of the couches. It's got to pull it out of the bedding and the cabinets. It's got to pull all that heat out. It's got to replace it with cooler air. So what I want you to do is when you get up in the morning and it's nice and cool in your RV, turn that sucker on high, or well, I turn mine on high auto and I leave it on and I crank that thing down to 68 or 70 degrees and let it run all day, because if I try to keep the coach as cool as possible all day, when I come back at the end of the day in the evening, it doesn't have to pull out all of that hot air out of the coach because the hot air is never in the coach. And you may think that, wow, let it run all day, it's hard on it. If you don't let it run all day, it's gonna run all night, you know, to get the heat out of the coach at night. And that's when you don't want it hot in here, is when you're trying to sleep. So put that thing on early in the morning, turn it on high auto, turn it down so you keep as much of that cool air inside the coach, and it's really going to help that air conditioner work a lot less hard during the night. It's actually going to save energy. So let's go on to tip number three. Okay, here's a nifty little item that I picked up at my local home improvement store, and it is a 9-inch fan. And I can turn it and I can adjust this 9-inch fan, and what happens is when I turn that fan on, the air that's coming down out of the air conditioner, this helps circulate it around the entire coach. I have this small 9-inch fan and I have a big 20-inch box fan on the other side of the room, and when I turn these fans on, you can feel a tremendous increase in the airflow, and it just helps remove that warm air out and replace it with cooler air faster, which is what we want to do. So I would recommend that you pick up a couple of these little auxiliary fans. This was only something like $9 or $10 at my local home improvement store. You can get these all over the big box stores and everything, but these really help circulate a lot of the air around your RV, and it's gonna help your air conditioner work better. Okay, let's go on to the next tip. Okay, here's the next tip. What you need to do is you need to make sure these air conditioner filters are clean. These are really easy to check. You just snap this little guy out like this, and we're going to take it over to the table and check it out. Okay, when you get your AC filter holder out, all this is just a little piece of foam filter, and you want to check it. See how that brown junk is on this filter? This definitely needs to be cleaned. These are nothing but, you know, some mesh stuff, and they're pretty durable. So all you need to do is just get a little light soap and water and clean this off in the sink. Make sure it's nice and air dried and put it right back in. Or better yet, you can carry along some replacements. Here's a brand new filter. You know, stick a brand new filter in there, stick it back up in the air conditioner, go clean that one out, and just keep rotating your filters. But this really helps to have a clean filter, because this is your air return. This is what's going to suck up all of the dirty and the moist and the warm air, and it's going to return it with cool air. So you want to make sure your AC filter is clean. All right, let's go on to the next tip. Okay. One thing we want to do is, when you've been traveling all day long and you've been on the road all day and the coach is all heated up and you get to the campground and you get all set up and you flip that air conditioner on, if you have a ducted AC system like mine, what you want to do is you want to make sure your blast gates are open. This lets all of the air come out, and a much higher volume of air is going to circulate around your RV, rather than if you keep it closed, it's going to force the air through the ducts and it's not going to cool off nearly as fast. So when you get to the campground and your RV's all hot, turn on your auxiliary fans and open these blast gates and let all the cool air come back in. That's going to help your RV cool down much quicker. All right, the next tip may sound like a pretty obvious thing, but how many times have you walked in somebody's RV and the air conditioner is going full blast and you see this? The door is open, the screen door is open. I know a lot of people who are running the AC full blast with the door open or some of the roof vents open, and all that does is that brings all of the hot air in, and your air conditioner's got to suck up all of the hot air from the outside, and it just returns the hot air from the outside, and you're making no progress whatsoever. So this may seem like an obvious thing, but make sure all of your vents and all of your doors and windows are closed, as well as all of your shades are closed. This one has the nice night shades on it. And this will keep a lot of the heat out. You know, you can put some blackout curtains in there if you want to keep most of the heat out. But remember, heat is what we're trying to keep out. We're trying to keep as much of the cool air inside your RV as possible during the day. That way, at night, your air conditioner does not have to work nearly as hard to keep your RV cool. All right, I hope you like some of my RV air conditioner tips and tricks. We'll go through them again really quick. The first thing you want to do is turn that air conditioner down in the morning. Don't let that coach heat up during the day, and it's going to stay much cooler at night. Try to use some auxiliary fans to circulate the air around the RV and the coach during the day. When the air conditioner is running, that's going to help keep the inside of your RV a lot cooler also. Make sure the blast gates are open. When you first turn the air conditioner on, it's going to give you a lot more airflow. Make sure those blast gates on the air conditioner are open. Make sure your filters are clean. Make sure you have a nice clean filter. That's going to increase the airflow also. Make sure all of your doors and windows are closed. That's going to keep all of the hot air from outside from getting inside, and it's going to make that air conditioner work less hard. It's actually going to save energy. So those are some great tips. It's starting to get hot down here in sunny Central Florida. It's probably going to get warmer where you are, and keep these tips in mind, and I'm sure that your RV air conditioner will work much better. Once again, this is Matt from Florida Boy RV Travels, and I will see you on the road.